Hey guys, it's Julie here. How have you been? I miss you guys so much. So something happened over the weekend that made me want to make this video. It's about a conversation I had with a friend. She went for this outing with friends, and while she was there, she encountered this guy who caught her eyes. She thought he was really cute, and they made brief eye contact, if you could call it that. She went about her day, but she kept thinking of him because he was totally a type, and she made it super obvious by avoiding him at the party, refusing to look at him or in his direction, and making sure that they didn't have any reason to speak to each other, and leaving the event without even knowing so much as his name. But she's still convinced that that's her man. I asked her why, and she said, "Oh, I was just so shy and I kept panicking, but wow, it was so nice meeting him." What? I mean, she was being funny, of course, and we laughed about it. But let me tell you, she's so real for that. Because this has been me. I can't even lie to you. I would be like, oh, let me keep avoiding his eyes and hope that he gets the memo and come get on one knee and proclaim me as the one who keeps his heart beating. Like, being shy can be cute and endearing sometimes, but it can also hinder you from unlocking your full potential. And this isn't just about in terms of dating. Not having courage to do something as simple as asking a question in class or holding eye contact with a stranger for a few seconds, or even stand up for yourself when the situation calls for it, can leave you with regret afterwards. In that moment, you feel crippled with anxiety, but when you go home and take off your bra and have the blood rush back to your brain, you may find yourself thinking, was it even that serious? Like, was it that deep? What would have happened if I had done this instead? If I had spoken my mind, or not smiled in discomfort when that creep touched me and instead let him have it, or let someone make that degrading joke about me, what would have happened? I think that as women, one thing we have to prioritize is building our charisma, our personalities, what makes us us. You have to be able to exude softness when the time calls for it, and be as hard as a rock when you ought to. Because people will always try to poke and see where will give away so they can dive in and take advantage. So being too shy or lacking courage is not exactly an undesirable behavior, but it can keep you from unlocking your full potential. You don't know what you're truly capable of till you allow yourself to dip your toes in things that scare you, things you normally wouldn't do, things that take you out of your comfort zone. At the end of the day, you have to think, if I leave here, what is it that I would regret not doing or saying? Who will beat me if I do this thing? You see that knot in your stomach that forms when you are tense or anxious. When you walk into a classroom and everyone turns their head to look at you, and you have to walk all the way to the front of the class to find a seat. And suddenly you have two left legs and you're likely to trip and make a fool of yourself. Do you know what scares that knot away? Confidence. Reach in within yourself and melt that fear away with a deep, calming breath. When you force yourself to relax and remind yourself that nobody can beat you, walk in like you own the place. Some people will say, just close your eyes and imagine everyone naked, because it makes them appear vulnerable, the audience, not you anymore. Imagine how stupid everyone would look just sitting there slouching and staring blankly whilst being naked, and you walk in being fully clothed. It puts you at an advantage. That's why they say that, okay? They're not trying to get you to lose your appetite. No matter how many eyes are staring you down in that moment, if any of them were walking down a hall filled with people, they possibly would be in shambles as well. So just have that courage to walk past them, to stand up for yourself when need be, to be more social, to express yourself more gracefully. It makes you more attractive and magnetic. That guy could have been trying to talk to my friend for all we know, but she kept going out of her way to avoid him because she was shy or because she was panicking. And I keep thinking, why do we do that?
Oh my god, I didn't tell you. I saw the sexiest guy at the grocery store the other day.
No.
Oh my gosh, he was like so perfect for me.
What?
So beautiful. Physically just like everything I've ever wanted. I was like, there you are. That's my man. That I will love. I will marry you. And it was so crazy because it was like down the cereal aisle, and then he would go down the cereal aisle.
Of course.
And it was like, I would be like checking out the eggs, and like he would just be coincidentally checking out the eggs. He kept like looking over at me, but I was like playing hard to get, so hardcore. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't see you. I'm sorry, I don't see you.
Nope.
I was like, I could feel him looking, and I would like look away. I was like, I can't be bothered. And it was working so well because I went to go check out, self-checkout, and we were checking out right beside each other. I was like, okay, Fate, I see you. I see you. I hear you. Understood. This is the love of my life. Got it. It was so crazy.
Okay, so did you talk to him? Did you get his number?
Well, no, I couldn't because I was playing hard to get.
Oh,
So yeah.
so then you just left and you didn't ever talk to him?
Yeah.
Stop staying glued to your phone when you're out. Look up, try to socialize, make eye contact. If you're going somewhere to socialize, you actually have to look at people and be approachable. If you're unsure of how to break the ice with strangers, all you really need is that one first thing to say, and you'll be surprised how conversation can build and evolve from one witty comment you say to a stranger. I'm sure there are many videos online about how to make your presence and availability known without making an ass of yourself as a woman or making yourself seem desperate. I can make a different video like that if you want. Now, the next undesirable trait is kind of on the other end of the spectrum of the behavior I just talked about. While one is totally avoiding breathing the same air of someone you're trying to attract or want to be friends with, the next would be doing everything within your mind to make sure you get noticed by someone you're trying to attract. One person makes no impression, but at least they live with their dignity intact. They may have regrets about what could have been, but at least they didn't look desperate in the process. The other person makes everyone else avoid them like the plague. People who hide away when they actually want to be more open may try to make an effort to be more social and completely go about it the wrong way. One thing you don't want to do when you're trying to appear more approachable and desirable, especially as a woman, is being the loud extra friend when a group of guys approach. You don't want to be a pick me. You don't want to be a notice me. Look at me, I'm here. Why won't you notice me? Choose me. Have you ever been in the company of your girlfriends before and a guy or a group of guys walk in and snap everything about one particular girl, or maybe even you could be the girl, everything about you just changes. Your voice gets higher, you stop being chill and laid back to loud and active, kind of like you're performing, like a class jester. Now, I think in a way, it's natural for girls to quote-unquote act a little different when there's guys around. I mean, if you're attracted to the opposite gender and you're attracted to what you see and are single or available, you may find yourself reflexively fixing your hair and adjusting your posture or something like that. But going over the top to get attention just repels people. When I was younger, oh my god, remembering this makes me want to slap myself, but I had my moments of going over the top. I would be like, in my head, I was like, if I was the loudest, maybe he would notice me, right? Wrong. All that work, and what did it get me? There are girls who would even begin to get overly sexual in front of guys. I know when a girl is doing it. She knows when she's doing it. We all know when she's doing it.
Cranberry vodka with sugar on the rim. Excuse me? Do I know you?
Oh, no, because I see you keep staring at me, so just buy me a drink and get it over with. And I wanted a cranberry vodka with sugar on the rim, so get it for me, please. Come on, dance with me. Dance with me.
No, I'm good. No, thank you. Michelle, please stop. You don't shake your hips to Dua Lipa.
You want that? You want that?
You again. Can I help you with
I
something?
just want to say, you look mad good.
Back up. Your breath stink.
Oh, my bad. That ain't the only thing that stink, though.
What?
Yeah, and I was just saying that. I was just saying, like, when you... Sorry, I don't mean to bother you, but I'm just saying you would make a great uncle to my niece and nephews. Awesome.
No, thank you.
Wait, you know that guy that was outside there flirting with me?
You mean the one you keep harassing?
Yeah, tell me why I took his phone and ran in the bathroom to hide.
Why would you do that?
Because he was trying to play hard again and not give me his number. So I'm like, all right, bet. I accidentally broke it though.
Oh my God.
You'll be all right, yo.
Oh my God, you're going to jail.
Though.
Straight to jail.
Nah. I could feel it between us. Like, it's just something about him.
Purposely starts talking about inappropriate things, grabbing other girls' grabbables in hopes of getting the guy's attention. But the thing is, people know you're doing that and it's giving desperate. It makes other people awkward and uncomfortable, and for the person you're trying to attract, they can see you're sending out a mating call in the worst way possible. You don't want to be the girl or woman who runs away from any ounce of attention from someone she's attracted to, even though in her head they are married with 3 kids and 2 pets. You also don't want to be the girl who is fatally thirsty for attention and as such have people running away from you. This applies to both genders.
Pull up, gang. Why you over there? Fam, we're getting lit over here. Nigga, pull up, gang. Why you always act like some bitch, gang? Better know what I'm on. Oh, you. Oh my god.
Most times what you're doing is scaring anyone who might have been interested away. AKA, you're scaring the hoes, babes. You're scaring the hoes. If you're someone who is naturally cheery and talkative, you don't have to change yourself because someone you're attracted to walked in. If you're naturally the funny, loud friend in the group, you can still be that, but know when to hold back. I've been sitting next to guys before, and I knew when one of them was just yapping for attention. How they spoke, the things they said were just to get the attention of girls, and it turned me off because it's not natural.
Are you trying to hit the gym after this? I'm tired, bro. I want like 2 hours of sleep. I need to get some rest. Come on, man. Fight back, dog. Fight back. Fight back, dog. What are you doing? Fight back. Fight back. All of a sudden, you don't want to fight. What happened last time, dog? You know what? I respect it. Because last time, you know what happened. You remember we fought and I won? Because I'm stronger and better? Hey, you just got fired too, no? So what are you going to do now that you're unemployed? I mean, I don't know what that's like because, you know, I'm my own boss. I have my own business. I'm your boss. What are you talking about? All right, come on, Sheila.
There are also girls in the Pick Me Olympics who start putting down other girls in the hopes that they appear more desirable to men. You don't want to be that either. That's even the worst type because chances are the guys will avoid you and you won't have friends afterwards. Or people just know you as the weird girl that you can't take anywhere. You can be charismatic and naturally magnetic without acting like a cat in heat. Have a little bit of feminine charm and mystery. Don't start spilling all your secrets in hopes that the person you're trying to attract overhears and becomes intrigued by you. If they know it all already, why would they be curious? Sometimes all you need to do is make some eye contact, smile at them, ask 1 or 2 questions, then relax and let him come to you if he finds you desirable. Keyword, relax. Make yourself seen, but not be obnoxious about it. That drives people away. Another undesirable trait that can turn people away is the manner in which you present yourself. I know there is this whole argument of people saying your bonnet shouldn't be worn outside of your bedroom.
I'm going downstairs to grab some packages, but first I'm going to take off my bonnet because I'm very demure, I'm very mindful. I don't leave my apartment with the bonnet on. I'm very mindful, I'm very demure. I'm not like you other girls.
And another set of people trying to make bonnets this fashion statement of civil rights matter and therefore can be worn everywhere. Oh my god, stop trying to make fetch happen. I will die on the hill that a bonnet sends the message that you haven't showered yet. If I see a girl wearing a hair bonnet early in the morning outside, I just automatically think, oh, she's taking a quick dash to go and buy something in the store. Maybe her toothpaste just finished and she's going to buy a new one. If I see a bonnet in the middle of the day, I'll just assume you forgot to take it off before stepping out of the house. A bonnet is like something you wear in your house to keep your hair smooth. Like you wear your PJs in bed to stay comfortable. And I've seen TikToks of people being defensive and saying they wear it to travel and it's no one's business. And there are a lot of videos of women trying to prove that their bonnets are powerful statement pieces and a call for freedom from mental subjugation, as well as a black woman's claim to glory and power. You're coping, sweetie. You are coping, my friend. When I see a bonnet, I see this. These have been rechristened helmets of salvation as far as I'm concerned. Whenever I see a bonnet-donning woman while scrolling on TikTok, she's always lying in bed and complaining about something. I feel like there is morning breath and eye crust involved, and it makes me not even want to hang around to watch the video. And you can argue that the TikToks are made in the comfort of your bedroom, so it doesn't matter. But let's keep in mind that it's a TikTok that will potentially be seen by hundreds of thousands of people. So what's the difference? You might as well just wear it and travel the world. I think if you are a young girl still growing, a young adult woman still looking to meet high quality people, please leave the bonnet at home. Don't listen to these TikToks telling you your rights are being taken away from you as a black woman because someone said wearing your bonnet outside is not great. I get that your hair isn't done all the time. Sometimes it's in no condition to be shown to the world, or you just want to keep your hair under wraps. But guess what? There are alternatives, classier ones. There are head wraps specially for this purpose. There is this great invention called a wig. Yeah, I know, a wig. And I'm not talking about the lace ones that you have to glue to your head. The ones you can just wear, brush, and go. Or you can literally put your hair in a simple, quick style. But people want to die on the hill that bonnets in public are a fashion statement and a rite of passage for black women. I think bonnets in public is a choice. Same way I think panty lines showing through your clothes that's a choice as well. You do it. I don't know why, but you do it. Now, the next undesirable trait I would like to talk about is shunning self-care. I was watching a video of this dating coach on YouTube who tells women to present themselves to look good and ditch the bonnet. And here came a disgruntled woman yelling about women don't have to dress up. Yada 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 do. Natural women are the best. Natural is winning. I think some women's first mistake is thinking that natural means unwashed, low effort, and anti-female empowerment. Why is persuading women to take self-care more seriously being seen as anti-women? Why is it so cool to say, oh my god, self-care is so male-centered now? Many women get triggered by this type of videos giving tips on fashion, makeup, and appearance. They say it's so superficial and pretentious. They'd rather bonnets, stained hoodies, and crusty jersey shorts while looking like a rebellious teenage hoodlum. I think being comfortable and having your days of quote-unquote low maintenance is great. Being comfortable and partaking in self-care are two things that can coexist. Making a point to show up as the dirtiest, laziest version of yourself is not female empowerment or sticking it to the patriarchy.
Been viral. Okay. You've been viral for telling women that they should wear makeup and you have a nose job, titties done, no fucking ribs, walking around like, please, don't try to clock the next woman. And I came up here nice. Hello?
Wow,
What you say? Ash, what did you say? No ribs. Listen, chat, no ribs. Ribs is gone.
I think self-care is very important. There is an innate urge for the feminine soul to care for our appearance, to care for things. I think having hobbies where you beautify things and pour your energy into making things look good is a good way to connect with your feminine nature. It's not just a superficial or sexist practice. It's something that dates back ages. In pre-modern Africa, for example, women would opt for hobbies or activities like bead making, embroidery, pottery, mat weaving, hot beautification, and things like that because the feminine soul thrives off of beautifying things with hands. Now, pouring that care and attention inward makes you more confident, relaxed, and in tune with yourself. You know that feeling when you just decluttered your room and lit a candle and your room feels like a new place? Doing the same for yourself, even if no one is there to see you, actually, especially if no one is there to see you, is making an investment in yourself. Your brain registers it as, oh, this girl don't play about herself, and it helps in building up your self-esteem, confidence, and oddly enough, mental health. Taking time to look after and pamper yourself and looking pretty is more than just being superficial or shallow. Self-care can come in form of taking a nice warm scented bath and doing your skincare after. It can be washing your hair and oiling your skin. Have you had those days of being in a limbo or depressive state where you are just bedrotting? The first thing to suffer is your physical state because it directly reflects your mental. Your skin begins to break, your hair is greasy and shedding, you gain a few pounds or lose unhealthy amounts of weight, you can't leave the bed long enough to shower, and your mouth smells and tastes like a public toilet. I'm guessing. I haven't tasted one before. Nor do I plan to. Anyways, the point is, you can deceive your brain to release good chemicals and make yourself feel better by forcing yourself to look better. That can mean getting out of bed, taking a walk, showering, and finally washing your butt crack, wearing a bright silk matching set, and actually combing your hair. Things like that. Turning your nose up at self-care or thinking paying attention to your looks is shallow is an undesirable trait that keeps you from unlocking your full potential. If you don't invest in yourself, how will anyone else? Having no female friends. Yeah, let's talk about Little Miss. I'm one of the boys. Having no female friends is an undesirable trait that some women possess, or having no friends, period. One of the most underrated things in the world is women. The feminine energy. Basking in it is crucial for a woman's peace and development. Men will climb the highest mountains for a touch of the feminine. And I don't mean trying to get the pom-pom. That's not what I mean. I mean to actually experience women. There is an aura about a woman that hates other women that is so ugly. What do I mean about women that hate women? A woman that makes it her entire identity to not have female friends.
I hate bitches.
Oh, women are so weird and so drama. I'm just one of the boys. I get along with boys better. Boys are so much better than girls. Now, I get it, okay? We all live different lives and experiences. But to feel joy and pride over not getting along with your own gender already projects some internal issues that you have. Now, there are women that try, okay? But somehow they still keep being dealt the shorter end of the stick with friendships and female companionship. They've been burned a couple of times, but there is an ugly energy that radiates from women that actively avoid other women's company because of some weird perceived jealousy and competition they have the ability of sniffing out in women. It's not even attractive to the men you're trying to pander to, and don't tell me you're not trying to pander to men, because when they say I just don't get along with women, you're implying that they get along better with men. I just get along better with guys. It's just so much less drama. If a straight guy says, oh, I get along with girls better, I don't hang around other men, people would be like, oh, okay, I know what you are. Quality men will tell you honestly that it's a red flag when a woman has only guy friends or can't keep a friend. What man wants you to send him a picture of you on a trip with your friends and you are the only girl in the group talking about, I'm just one of the boys? You're not. When I say women who don't get along with other women are red flags, this is what I mean.
After 30, if you have a whole bunch of friends, I'm looking at you sideways. Point blank, period. Female friendships is one of the most hardest things to maintain, besides your bills. It's like literally up there. You can maintain a relationship with a man more than you can maintain with a female. I used to think back in the day, like, if you didn't have friends or if you didn't have a lot of friends, you were the problem. You can have acquaintances, but I'm talking about, like, actual friends. After 30, I can stand hard on, like, 2 good friends, like, if I needed to. You get what I'm saying? And all you need is, like, 1 good best friend. And, like, you're good. Like, you're fine. But I can't be friends with a girl who has all these friends. Like, to me, that's like...
Note how she calls men men and women females. It's deeply ingrained at this point. You can't be friends with a girl who has all these friends. Who wants to bet she has no problem being friends with a man who has lots of friends? Girls like these have completely different standards for men and women. They are the type to accept continuous embarrassment from men, but when a woman steps a single toe out of line, boom, it just reaffirms all the bad, misconstrued conceptions she had of women all this time. It's time for them to bring out the scissors and cut them off. Having no friends in life is not a flex. You need people. Humans are always going to be social no matter what. Our survival depends on it. Targeting female friends as the bane of your existence doesn't make you look cool and unique, because it's just textbook sexism. It's been done and said before. Nothing groundbreaking. It's boring at this point. You can just tell when people are dissatisfied with their lives and projecting outwards. Look at these comments talking about it's a red flag to have 15 bridesmaids. Like, sweetheart, I'm sorry you didn't handle your own friendships properly, because why are you bothered that someone has 15 bridesmaids? Why is that a red flag for you? What does it do to you? In the dating world, a partner who doesn't want you to have other friends outside of them does not have good intentions for you. Most of these women would flip, by the way, if their man said they only hung out with women. Men are drama, they only want to talk about sports. I get along with women more. Yeah, not so fun now, is it? A partner who doesn't want you to have a life outside of them is trying to isolate you. It's never healthy to make a man the center of your universe. You become codependent quickly, and your sanity, mood, and self-validation depend on how they are to you each day. That is dangerous. Don't think for 1 minute that a man would ditch his own friendships and connections to be your one and only fan, friend, and family because you did that for him. All you accomplished is becoming too vulnerable, easy to manipulate, and codependent with your partner. Having no female friends may earn you approval from certain caliber of men and other girls like you who swear women are the problem. But guess what? There is no badge of honor for that, and you're still going to go through life feeling like you're missing out on something no matter how hard you try to suppress it. Do you know why? Because your heart still yearns for the feeling of being engulfed and enveloped in the feminine energy. It's a feeling that's almost similar to when your mom hugged you as a kid. Men crave the feminine energy. Women crave same energy. It's a feeling of seeing similarities in other beings like you and validating yourself and borrowing strength from that similarity. A sisterhood is way more important than you realize. I'm not saying all this to say you don't need a man. Please. I think romantic connections are very important in a woman's life too. You want to have a healthy balance of female and male energy surrounding you. You want to have attention from the opposite gender as well. Even if it's just from that guy you don't like and you know you'll never give a chance. But that's a video for another day. So to sum this video up, my 5 undesirable traits in this video that I talked about are: 1. Refusing to bond or connect with people, aka lacking courage. 2. Being a blatant pick me or notice me. 3. Not representing yourself well visually. 4. Shunning self-care. 5. Having no female friends. I'll end this video now. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if there's any topic you'd like me to touch on in my next one, and I'll see you next time. Bye!